Hey guys, today I'm doing the Book Courtship Tag, and this tag was created by Leah over at Hill Loves Books. I don't believe I was tagged by anybody, but I thought that I would just do this tag anyways because it sounded like a fun time. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions. Phase 1, Initial Attraction. What is a book that you bought because of the cover? Now here's the thing, this is something that I do often. I buy books because of their covers because I am a sucker for beautiful covers. So why don't we just do a little montage of some of the books that I bought because of their covers. Phase 2, First Impression, a book that you got because of the summary. I have two for this one, and I actually didn't buy these books, but they were given to me and I was intrigued by the summary because they have such simple summaries. I really like when books just have like really straight to the point summaries. They don't give you too much detail about what the book is, but they're really intriguing. And so for this one, I have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So I'm just gonna read it to you because it's really short. The circus arrives without warning, no announcements preceded. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. Like, does that just not make you want to read this book? It made me want to read this book, but I just love how simple yet striking that little description is. And the next one is The Queen of the Tierling, and I didn't buy this book. This book was sent to me by the publishing company, but the second I read the little description on the back of it, I wanted to read it. It says, a young woman, a kingdom, an evil enemy, a birthright foretold. Like, I just love how simple that is, but it just has me drawn in. It has me wanting to read this story. So I really like when books have just simple, small little descriptions and they don't give you too much detail about the plot, because sometimes I think the descriptions on books can have spoilers, and that's never fun to read a description and just be completely spoiled for the plot. I wish that more books would start having descriptions like this where it just gives you kind of a glimpse of what this story could possibly be. Phase 3, Sweet Talk, a book with great writing. I'm gonna go with Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Boys. I just think that Maggie Stiefvater has such a unique writing style, and I think that she just does a great job at maintaining this really eerie tone with The Raven Boys, and I really appreciate that about her writing. And I think that she just does a great job at bringing really unique characters to the table, characters that you want to know more about and characters that you want to go on this journey with. She's a fantastic storyteller, that's for sure. Phase 4, First Date, the first book in a series that made you want to pursue the rest of the series. For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I was not expecting to like this book as much as I did. I had heard a lot of amazing things about Cinder, but I just wasn't sure if it would be a book that I enjoyed. But then I read it and it was just so much more than I thought it was gonna be. There's so much action, political intrigue, and outstanding characters. I was just completely captivated by this first book in the series, and it definitely made me want to pursue the rest of the series. Number 5, Late Night Phone Calls, a book that kept you up late at night reading. For this one, I'm gonna have to go with A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I was completely hooked on the story the second I started reading it. It was such a dark story, but I just got completely invested in it, and I just had a hard time putting it down, and I absolutely love this book so much. It is amazing, and there's just so many striking images inside of it, and I just loved this book so much. I'm just gonna sit here and gush forever because I loved it. It was so good. Phase 6, Always on My Mind, a book that you could not stop thinking about, and I'm actually gonna go with the book that I'm currently reading, and that is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. There's just something about this story, something about the series that I just can't stop thinking about. I know that it's because I'm currently reading this book, and that's just why it's kind of consuming my mind right now, but I love this series so much, and I don't mind thinking about it all the time. Phase number 7, Getting Physical, a book in which you love the way it feels. I know the perfect book for this. My Heart and Other Black Holes. I swear to you, this book feels amazing. I could just do this all day. It's like the stitching on this book is like popped out and it just feels so nice. And also on the hardback itself, it has this little design thing going for it, and it feels fantastic as well. Phase 8, Meeting the Parents, a book that you would recommend to your family and friends. For this one, I'm gonna go with a book that I actually don't own, but I want to get my hands on it, but it's one that I borrowed from my aunt, and that is See You at Harry's. And this book, I kid you not, it is just the whole package. It's everything you want in a book. It's a book that I would highly recommend to family and friends just because it's got a little bit of everything in it. There's a family aspect to it, there's a friendship aspect, there's humor, and then there's tragedy, and it's just such a beautiful book that I think it's one that everybody can appreciate and enjoy, so definitely See You at Harry's. So that's one that I would definitely recommend to my family and my friends, and you guys are my friends, so I recommend it to you. Phase 9, Thinking About the Future. What is a book or series that you know you'll revisit many times in the future? For this one, I'm going with a very cliche answer, but I don't even care because I know that this is one that I will definitely reread in the future, and that is the Harry Potter series. Every time I reread this series, I discover something that I didn't pick up on the first time I had read it, and that just goes to show that this book has so much depth, and there's just so much to the series, and I love that about the series, and I also just love this series in general. It's just a fantastic series, and I will definitely be rereading it plenty of times in the future. Phase 10, share the love. Who would you like to tag? I'm gonna tag a Book Utopia, I'm gonna tag Peruse Project, Priceless Wong, Benjamin of Tomes, and Patfoot and Prong 07. I tag all of you guys. Bang, 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 bang. You've been tagged, do the tag, you should do it. So those are all the questions to this tag, but I want to ask you guys a question so you guys have something to answer in the comments. And the question is, what is a book that just kind of surprised you? A book that you weren't expecting to like, but you ended up loving? Let me know down below. For me, that's gonna have to be Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. This book was not something that I was expecting to like at all, but then I read it, and I was just completely surprised by how much I enjoyed this book, and I am looking forward to continuing on with this trilogy. So you guys should let me know down below what's a book that just completely surprised you, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Later. Let's get physical, physical. Aha! So that's one that I would definitely recommend to all the people out there in the world. All of you, all of you.